All right, welcome to another edition of the Jeff Crilley Show. I am your host, Jeff Crilley, and I'm thrilled to have Rocky Cherry. He is the Vice President of Cherry Coatings in the studio. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I first got to tell you, the name Rocky is just so inspirational to me. I wake up every morning, I get up at 4, and the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting in the Rocky theme song because I'm ready to take on another day. Now, you are the Vice President of a very successful company. And there's something of a Rocky story there, too, in terms of just kind of climbing the mountain. Tell us a little bit about Cherry Coatings.
Well, I guess my story really started, when I was a kid. I wanted to be like my dad, and he was a commercial paint contractor. My grandfather was a painter, and I knew I was going to be a painter, too. The difference is I took a little detour. I decided that I was good at sports. So I ended up playing professional baseball, and my first 10 years out of college, I played for the Chicago Cubs and Baltimore Orioles, and I got a lot of feedback on my name there. They used to say you remind them of ice cream flavor or a porn star. But Rocky Balboa was commonly played for the walk-up songs and walk-out songs, when I was preparing. But I knew that I was going to the big leagues, and that was a great experience. But my ultimate goal was come back and be like Dad. And when I got there, my dad's made a good name for us, and it was just our job to carry it on. So
that's beautiful. It's a family business. We're going to go ahead and put up your website. It's a beautiful website. And when people hear about a painting company or a coatings company, they're thinking, oh well, maybe they're painting a fence or something. You're doing massive projects.
Yeah, I mean, when my dad, he's a member at a country club, and when his friends come up and like, Pat, what do you do? He's like, I'm a painter, and they're like, a painter? So like. A guy out of a truck? And my dad's like, yeah, pretty much, being humble about it. But basically we're running about 700 plus guys right now, and we've got about 100 plus projects going on. We are one of the largest commercial paint contractors in the United States. We're starting to get into industrial coatings a little bit, floor coatings to help service our customers, and the growth is really come from what my family started, and then also our employees. The saying, don't take care of your customers, take care of your employees take care of your customers. And we truly believe that, and it's fun to see the growth of each person, people starting off as helpers and now running our operations. Those are the kind of stories that make our company great.
I love it. You're working on a massive project right now in Austin. We're going to roll some video. It's called The Independent. And as we roll that video, just to describe, what about this project would you guys be responsible for?
So basically, we're kind of the interior finish out. So when you walk into a apartment to lease out, which these are some very high-end apartments, a lot of times people are paying attention to the wall color and the trim, how well it's painted, it looks pre-finished, those types of items. So we're really responsible for making people think the project's well done, high end, make them feel like this is a place they want to be. So it was a great opportunity to work with Balfour Beatty, one of the largest general contractors in town. This project was one of the tallest skyscrapers west of the Mississippi. And it's tough logistics-wise to operate a small footprint, but a high vertical going up, like a skyscraper-type building.
Absolutely.
You got to have a lot of logistics behind that to make sure you've got over 1,000 people going up and down those floors, trying to build out floor after floor.
Wow. And you're doing some work, or you did a project with a small little social media company, Facebook? Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a soundbite off of one of their videos.
All right.
So this is a project.
Facebook has provided our
So data centers
employees
are
an
typically,
excitement that I haven't seen
built
before.
very
and it's
fast.
been great to just see
And
the motivation.
the reason
the
why is
happiness
that
our guys are
data
having
is
by
so
just
important
being
right
a
now.
part
A lot of people
a
call it the
job
new
like
oil.
Facebook.
And Facebook basically is seeing that videos, which carries a lot of data, is the new future. So what they're trying to do is build these large data centers that carry all this data from around the world.
Yes.
And since they own Instagram and other social media platforms, they want to make sure that that data is saved and readily available, and they're in control of it. So this site was 5 buildings. Each building was about 1 million square feet, and they are building about 10 other locations around the world.
Wow.
That are very similar to this. So we were probably on a total of, it'll be about 5 years total for the completion of all the projects.
Wow. Well, I got to tell you, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or the cherry doesn't fall far from the tree, because you're humble like your dad. What he would not tell you, but I'll tell you, is he was just named 40 under 40 by the Dallas Business Journal. That was a huge honor, and I got to point out, your hair is a little longer here.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I used to have long hair when I played baseball, but we wore baseball caps all the time, so it was easy to maintain. And I felt like I was going to grow it back out. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
But the 40 under 40 was a great honor. This past year when they did it, they decided to do a talent show, and that really threw me for a loop. In the past, it was just you receive the award and move on. So I decided to do a magic trick. I've never done a magic trick in my life.
No kidding.
There's a guy named Oz Perlman.
Uh-huh.
He was on America's Got Talent. He's a friend of one of my friends, and I called him up and said, "Hey, I need to learn magic. Help me out." So he sent me his DVD and kind of gave me some pointers, and I did this magic trick, and they said I had the best performance. So
no kidding.
It turned out pretty good.
That rocks. That rocks. And one final question, because your name is Rocky, and you had a sports career that was very successful. How does what you did on the baseball field apply to business? I mean, did it prepare you for what you're doing now?
100%. The character that you develop in sports, you take for the rest of your life, and it helps you in every aspect. Business is, you can plan, you can be intelligent, but the character behind your business is what sells your product. And I think that baseball taught me who I am, and it also made me learn a lot because you fail a lot in sports. So you're able to pick yourself up and keep going. And it's at a bigger stage where people are seeing your failures. So it's that much harder on you. So when I make a mistake in business, it doesn't seem, it's like, we'll bounce back from it. We're going to be okay. So sports was in fact, when we hire people, we like to have people with life experience. And what that means is whether it's military or sports or something that taught them
right
how to live life right.
Well, I think there's something about, even the most successful baseball players strike out 1 out of 3 times, right? Or 2 out of 3 times?
Yeah, so a Hall of Famer is 3 out of 10.
Is that right?
That's correct.
That's wild. Well, listen, give us your website.
www.cherrycoatings.com or www.cherrypaint.com.
Awesome. You've been a great guest. I hope you'll come back sometime.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that's it for now. We'll see you next time.